All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the race weekend. I'm your host, Stinky Juan. I'm here with Pangale 12.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, and today is going to be round 8, and it's a sprint event in Britain. So, Silverstone. What do you think about that track?
Okay, not gonna lie, Silverstone is one of my favorite tracks to drive in, especially when you
Oh,
get to
same.
Baggett's and Beckett's. Once you get that down pat,
Yeah.
you should be running away at this point.
Yeah.
But like,
So, they're about to start. So, let's just look at the standings really fast. Sorry to interrupt you. Because they're about to start out. Yeah, so we can see here that Josh is still holding the lead for Haas, and Haas just overtook McLaren in the constructor standings, which is really nice.
If that was just how things worked in IRL, I'd be happy, or a lot of American fans would be happy.
Yes, I think a lot of American. Well, I don't know how many Americans actually root for that team, but
yeah, good point. But like, come
maybe
on,
they will more
like,
now that
right?
if they were actually doing well. So it is nice to see they just actually did it. So it was a hard fought. I think Josh finally has a little bit of teammates work going on, and it's helped them push up to first.
Yeah, because like I see that there's like another Haas driver in that standings, so I'm assuming the other one had to drop off or something.
So there's technically two. So one, he was a Haas driver. So NLC, who is Lange, he originally was racing in Champions, so he's still kind of on their team.
But he's kind of focusing more on the Champions.
No, he switched back over to the other one now.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So he's the reserve / their third driver. So so they tend to have a driver every race, which is really good.
Hey, look, at least they have like, at least another driver to help hopefully maintain that first. There might be some bias here, but hey, run through for any of the teams you want, right?
No bias, right? You like all the teams, but one a little bit more chicken.
Just one. Like if everyone's at you have everyone at 100%, but Haas is at 101.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Josh is he's the driver's leader right now, and he's shown incredible consistency and has always been up there. I think he only had one race so far where he was out of the points, and that's how he's been at the top.
Because like at the end of it, in my opinion, like with driving, with my short experience of driving, consistency is always key, you know? Because you could be slow but consistent. Hey, you're gonna rack up in points eventually. For sure. But the points will come, right? And fast. No, that's where you're like, damn. I'm just gonna run away with things.
Yeah, I think consistency will get you really far. I think we've seen it a few times in this league, especially, where a driver who's been consistent will end up above a driver who is just fast, like plain fast. And we've seen it multiple times. So consistency, I think, plays a bigger role. Hey, what's up, Art? Welcome to the stream. We have just started qualifying. It is a sprint event, so let's talk about a sprint event. So we're gonna have this is going to be the qualifying for the qualifying, right? And then we would go into a qualifying race, which it consists of about a 33% of your main event. So I believe the main event is the main event will be at 50%. So it'll be 33% of 50%. Yeah.
I'm horrible at math, so whatever that maths out to, that's the answer.
Yeah, I don't remember how many laps they actually do on this track, and I believe I just did a stream not too long ago on Silverstone, or watched a stream. I think I want to say it's like 27 or something like that is the regular event, so it'll be probably something like 8 to 12 laps. You know, very accurate.
That's
very
right.
accurate.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere around there. All right. So we have a few names, you know, like you have Lamp, Miller, Lannon, and you probably didn't actually know him. Oh, Sunbee's in here as well. Your
oh wait, I'm looking at the
you have Fallen Angel as the name. Yeah, I know it is. It is
like,
a little confusing.
What?
It's a little confusing for you because I call them all different names than you see.
I see different names on mine. I'm like, huh.
Yeah. But we have John here doing actually a fastest first sector. And goes fastest with a 128.356, which is nice. Tops both the Haas's here.
I mean, it's still Q1. Is this early?
It's still early in the. We have Limp here doing a fastest first sector, and we know how fast he is.
Oh yeah, we know how fast he is.
This is a person that when you talk about consistency, this is who I think of.
Oh, definitely.
And then when you can match being fast and consistent, you win championships.
You win championships. I mean, isn't that what happened last season? Or was I a little bit? Was I remembering someone else?
Yeah, it was Limp. Limp, I think he only didn't score points in the first race. And then after the first race, any race he was in, he was podium.
He was podium, yeah. The guy was fast and consistent.
And he should be doing a fastest lap here. There's a 127.142. So do you think we're going to breach the 126?
Q1? Maybe not. Q2? I would say yes.
Well, so we don't have
are we doing one? A long queue? Oh!
Yeah, it's just...
Okay, see, that's kind of
short.
Why.
Yeah, short qualifying.
Okay, maybe once we're within like the 5-minute mark. Like, any runs below, after the 5-minute mark, I'd say we'd reach the 126.
Okay, so you think we'll touch it? That's a really fast time.
It would be like 126.9 would be like the fastest I expect to see.
Yeah, so Miller goes second fastest with a 127.520. I do believe that somebody might be able to touch the 126. It'll be a little bit of a stretch, maybe. Let's see what time of the day. Okay, so the time of the day is 6 p.m. Is that normally when they race? In
Silverstone? No.
It's not. The time is a little bit off, I think. Yeah.
Wait, we're gonna have a night race? Oh god.
We're having like a slight late race. So this is gonna be tricky on a lot of these drivers, I think. They're not used to that.
I mean, look, if this is set over the summer, then there should be sunlight until 9.
Yeah, fine, I mean, right? It should be okay. It's just, I think some of the lighting cues that you maybe had with the shadows will be a little bit off, right?
They'll definitely throw
the sun's not in the right spot that you're used to. I think it'll be a little bit harder for them to get faster times, so we might not even be able to reach that speed, right?
That 126, yeah. I mean, now that you mentioned it's at 6 p.m., we'd probably get close to like a flat 127.0.
Yeah.
But maybe the 20, maybe I'll take back the 126.9 one because I don't think we're gonna have, like, I feel like the track will not be as, I would say, wouldn't provide as much grip as I would say like an early afternoon race. And maybe would there be tire temp issues? Because it would be later in the afternoon, or is that just too realistic?
Yeah, so the tires are going to be fine, right? So I think they can abuse their tires more now that it's getting further into the day.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, because...
So they probably won't be able to do the fastest lap.
The fastest lap, yeah. But yeah, for me, from my experience as a driver, it's just I've always struggled keeping tire temps up.
Oh, yeah?
That's always been an issue for me. So I'm like, is this gonna...
Yeah.
If it's going to eventually affect them qualifying being at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Ooh. Someone doing a really slow lap in sector 2 and 3?
I think so.
I saw a flag being moved, so I was like, oh, is someone going like really slow?
It looks like maybe a little bit. I'll be right back.
Alright, no problem. Yeah, I see here Josh is doing pretty well. Going off through the straight, going to like the last few corners. Since he's doing straight off. Okay, that seemed really fast for an in-lap, in my opinion. So let's see, do we have? Let's see anyone else that's.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
We had some technical difficulties.
Oh no.
Miller was streaming his telemetry into my computer, and it was screwing up my all my data. It was hard to. Yeah, it was like flickering. It kept giving both data, mine and his. So it was like, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So I'm gonna be here sitting with Landon now. I think he's getting ready to do a. I think he's the first driver that will be doing a hot lap. I'm really interested to see where he ends up placing here too. Oh, he invalidates his lap, but he is just doing an out lap, so it won't matter.
Isn't usually an out lap? But isn't invalidating your lap on an out lap invalidates your next lap?
No, it's only when you invalidate on the second. If you invalidate on the second to last corner or the last corner, then it would invalidate your next lap. But just invalidating halfway through the lap, it doesn't mess up your lap time. But this is a track where you can invalidate your lap time and like not even really get a benefit. So like going into those last two corners.
In my opinion, like heading to Niagara Synthetics, that quick, fast right-hander.
Easy place.
It's like you think you're just above the white line, and then the game will tag you. Oh, you're
yeah.
You went too wide. Like, god damn it. So I feel like that's one of the corners I usually like to watch people how they approach, because for me, that's one of the easier places to actually invalidate your lap.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say Maggots. It's probably the main one, and then obviously Cops. Cops is always going to be. It's one that you should be able to not invalidate, but if you mistime that, it's easy to invalidate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he is coming in here. Looks really tidy.
It does.
Let me look at his times here.
Ooh, he went a bit off. Did that invalidate?
No, it didn't invalidate him though. He is a little bit off the pace still. Losing a bit of time through sector 2 to... I think he's almost like over half a second behind than 1 and 2 here. So let's see. Comes across the line and is 5th fastest.
Oh,
so not quite there. Yeah, I think it looked a lot. I think he was. It might have been one of those where I just want to make sure I get a lap in, right? And we can see here, I just got onto Danny and he just invalidated his lap. So this is what we're talking about. The invalidations. I think the key spots here for qualifying is going to be obviously Cops, Maggots, Beggets, and Chapel. Those are the main ones where we might. Oh, and we just see Renzo takes Miller for that 2nd place position there. He has a 127.320. So not bad at all.
Definitely not bad right there. But we have like the other hot spot. Lungi? Am I with them?
Yeah. Lungi, I think. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I still haven't asked them. But do you want to hear a fun fact? And I think if any of the drivers are listening right now, it's going to help them. It says it's going to rain in the race. So it's only telling me the sprint part though. So the sprint might be raining here.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Because they've already set their. And
we have Miller here.
Oh dang it! You
did it! You took it back.
God damn it! But I will say my first assumption was right. You know, we're gonna hit the 126.9. You know, out of everyone, I was expecting either Miller or Limp to hit the 126.9.
For sure.
It has to be one of these two because, like from last season, these two going at it neck and neck.
They're still at it again. Even in the Champions Series, they're both, or the Champions Division, they're still fighting together. It's a good battle again. Which we'll be able to see them tomorrow. They'll be fighting for that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I'll get my drinks, I'll get my popcorn. I'm just gonna enjoy these two
duking it out. Yeah.
At least this time I have a front row seat. You know, I don't have to be at the back of the grid.
For sure. Alright, it does not look like he's gonna be able to do. Yeah, Danny doesn't even do a lap, and Danny is really fast. He's I believe 4th in the driver standing. So he's a really fast driver, but doesn't look like he's gonna be doing a lap here.
That's rough. I mean, as long as they're fast, they could probably still make it up.
The positive is there's only 11 drivers, so you know the name of the game for points is really going to be get into the top 8 in sprint, and then just making sure you get into the top 10 in the race, and you'll get some points here. Yeah. Let's see. Is anybody out there doing a lap?
Yeah, Lunky's doing. Oh no, that's an in lap. Never mind, that was my bad.
I think it was an in. Yeah.
Well, we have Renzo and Fropa on an out lap, or are they just warming up their tires?
I think Limp is on an prep lap here, so let's sit with him. Let's see if he's actually about to go across the line here too. This is going to be his last and final qualifying lap. So this has turned into a hot lap at this point. A one-shot quali. Can he get the P1 here?
Someone just spun out there on that corner. That's that's rough.
All right, so this is actually what we expect from the because we have a few drivers. All the champions drivers tend to invalidate their lap. or disqualify themselves in Qual A since they're not in the Legends division. They're just reserves.
So they're just there to I guess just have fun and just
yeah, for sure.
Well, hey, they're getting practice in before what the champions division.
For sure.
I mean, Limp is doing really well. Like that purple on the second sector.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has 6 seconds, and he's in the last couple of. Never mind.
Okay, there we go. He's mowing the lawn.
I was waiting for him to beat Miller and touch at 126. Because he was within like the last couple of corners. He had 6 seconds left. Yeah, no, he was like, he had 6 seconds left to cross the line. Oh my god.
Oh, Fappa improves to 7. That's not bad. That's a good one.
Not bad. That is not bad.
Gets back into it.
I mean, in my view, it's throwing me a bit off because, you know, it kind of chopped down those people that disqualified.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the telemetry we have on the screen. So I was like,
yeah,
okay, let me see
where they actually are. Yeah. So the grid order is gonna be. It should be Miller, John, Lungi, and then Lannon, Fappa, Josh, Sam, Danny, Sunby, Limp, and then Renzo. And I believe Carlos, if he got back into the race or not, he was struggling to get back in. This game isn't the most friendly when it comes to interface, that's for sure.
Interface, yeah. I don't, you know. I mean, I think I've expressed my views on this game too much.
All have. We all definitely have. We have a lot. Like, yeah, it's just a lot of problems.
Yeah, so you know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for next year's game. If they, you know, if Cody's listened. I hope they did, but you know, of course, like I'm still looking forward to next year's game, regardless.
I am too. I'm hoping it comes out well.
Do we? I remember. I forgot. Do we know when the next game's releasing? Is it like somewhere in June, or was it July?
I'm not sure. I think it was. I can't remember when it was last time. Oh, it looks like maybe it isn't raining. It might actually be raining in the race, the main event.
The main
and not the sprint. Yeah. Might be showing me the sprint or the main event, not the sprint. That it should be raining.
Gotcha. Well,
but we'll see. The game will update itself, and we'll see what it says. We have everybody here going on to their outlap. We do have Carlos now here. I believe Carlos is actually the so he is driving a Mercedes, but he's actually a Ferrari driver. So those points will be going to a Ferrari if he actually gains points, because he couldn't get into a seat. It's a known problem. It's probably one of the most clunky ways to get into a game. Like when have you ever gotten into a game after it started? Like it's preloaded and stuff. You have to like take somebody's seat over and all that. Have you ever done that in the game?
No,
it's so clunky. It's very clunky. Yeah, you have to go into the menu, and then in the menu you can like change who you're watching or like who you're on. And then there's like this thing where it's like take over driver and all this stuff. But sometimes it doesn't let you do it. You have to like reload it, relog in again, and then do it.
That's like the most.
It's very clunky. It's very clunky.
Yeah, because that sounds like a very simple, straightforward thing, in my opinion, to like have set. But online racing is definitely a bit. I guess I would say complicated
For
with
sure.
how things.
You're telling us. You're telling us. Man.
I'm only saying this as on my side of from a dev position, but geez,
yeah, from a dev position, it is not the best.
It sounds simple, but when you get
It does
in there,
sound
it's like,
simple.
Hey, I think what is everyone? Okay, there we go. We have Carlos lining up, so we should be starting.
So he is here. I'm not sure if he's an AI though.
I don't see an AI thing on his name. Oops, we lost Sunday.
All right, and we're off.
Oh, and of course,
there we go. Really good jump from Miller. Lundy gets a position here.
He overtakes John on.
Oh, but Landon takes both of them, and John is way back there. Something must have happened to John.
Oh no! Oh no!
We completely missed it.
The front wing?
I don't know, but and something else happened. Oh no! This has happened to John so many times too. He's had
seen him off track. Did he spin?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened exactly, but that's definitely John has not had a good luck when it comes to race starts. He has started in pretty high positions almost every time, and has almost every time had issues with a driver or something else. I'm trying to follow here. We are here with Danny, who's moved up 4 positions. Carlos has actually moved up a few positions as well. And I have so many. Oh, he's moving backwards. He moved really far back. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, that's rough. I kind of jinxed him, I guess. Oh, and we have Landon here going past Miller. It looked like Miller actually let him through there.
I mean, I think Miller might be like, I'm gonna take it away at the end of the race, at the end of the sprint.
Maybe
or he's setting himself up for the race because, in my opinion, going through turn 1 at the start of the race, I feel like it's easier if you're at second than being first.
Yeah.
So he could be, he did that on purpose just to get that better position on the race.
Maybe. But we do have them here. He is in second. I wonder if he's going to attack him really late into the race for the P1. But while we talk about these guys, it looks like there's closer battles back here with the 6, 7, and 8, 9, all the way down to there. It's a big train here with Foppa being attacked.
I mean, Foppa just, in my opinion, just needs to keep it clean through those turns. Try not to lose the rear end of the car a bit, or the tiny slide could really make others catch you up, especially
we have Renzo.
They all have DRS.
Renzo right there takes the pass on Sunby, and Sunby loses a position. And it looks like now he's actually attacking Foppa, and I get some of the worst viewing angles for a pass. I don't know if your viewing angles for that was on the car, but mine were.
Mine was like, they were on the car, so I was trying to change the camera type, and I'm like, I'm missing the entire thing.
Yeah, I missed the entire thing too because of it. But DRS is now enabled, so we're going to see all these guys who have been stuck behind somebody maybe getting the chance to and the opportunity to get through.
They got through, that's true. But I think Foppa was able to eke out like a bit of a 1 second gap before DRS, because I saw like Renzo was taking a long time to catch up to him.
Yeah, and he's only now caught up to him. Miller is right on the back of Landon here. This is the sprint portion of the race, which means it's just a 9-lapper.
Yep. And I mean, I already see Lungi falling back a bit. He's
falling back from them, but doing really good. Actually, Danny here on the attack, and whoa, who was that? That was Josh? No. That was Josh, right? That was crazy. He went super far wide, right? What is going on? I have no idea what's going on.
Miller got a penalty. Oh no.
All right, so we have Danny here now in first. Oh, it was Landon who lost it. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was
Miller...
a Haas that lost it.
Oh, no. It was Landon. After, I think, he braked early while Miller braked a bit later and ended up hitting Landon at the back. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Rough. I feel bad for John. So we have here Luke asking what happened to John. We actually don't know. I don't know what happened to John. I'm assuming it was just some unlucky event that happened to him, and it's happened to him multiple times all season. But is now in 9th, so maybe can get a point, but is looking to get a point on his teammate, so it's not really a big victory. But I guess at least it's, you know, minimize your losses right now, and then in the race, you know, that's where you want to maximize. So. Oh, and we have important... Oh, no, it was the back markers, right? I don't think that one's as important. They're both back markers? Oh, but Miller has one as well, a penalty.
Yeah, Miller has one from the collision with Landon.
Yeah, the collision with Landon. And then we have here Limp right on the back of Josh, our driver standing leader. Which Josh is doing a really good job gaining 3 positions. Danny doing an amazing job with gaining 7 positions.
Well, Josh had a good defense on Limp on that one.
Yeah, but he's got DRS right here. This is going to be hard to defend here. Okay.
Takes the inside. He took the inside line. He still has the lead.
I think he's being patient. Oh, no, he's not being patient. He's putting the nose in there a little bit. he's checking it.
I mean, Josh had a better line out of that DRS straight.
100%.
So it's really we're gonna have to wait until the second DRS straight before we start seeing things.
See, they're really close though. Being this close through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel is never it's not usually the best. Yeah. But he's very... Oh, this is going to be strong right here. This is one of the strongest DRS zones because it's such a long straight, right? It's so long.
And boom. But if Josh plays this right, which he does, he still
Josh
takes the inside.
Oh, you see, Josh is drained, so he's used up pretty much all of his battery already, and because of that, he's just getting past anyways. And that was... Oh, he's not. He's just over under.
Oh no!
Wow, what a great defense there. And Miller goes fastest with the 129.351. This is a great battle right here for third. This is just for third. Oh, what happened there?
Oh, what? Oh, no, he lagged.
That looked like netcode.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hopefully he has DRS here, and he might actually be able to attack. And we actually have Landon now right on the back of them. We saw Miller there losing his back end. And Limp is gonna lose this position, I think. They're still fighting, and now we have a third.
Ooh, Josh
Landon
going a bit wide.
Oh, Josh going wide, and it lets Landon through. Landon actually takes a position. Oh, this is a nice little battle for just third. And with this battle, it sets up Danny and Lungi, like they're good. They just have to do a decent pace. They don't even have to do a great pace anymore.
Oh, yeah, they just have to like keep up their pace and then go on from there.
Oh, and it looks like Josh might. I don't know if he has it. He's really far back right now.
I mean, he did use what, most of his battery. So
defending, and we have here Landon now right on the inside is going on the attack on Limp. And he's not finished it yet, but he's almost got it. I hate this view. I can't tell what's going on.
I was switching between Landon and Limp just to see a really good view of it, but both were horrible.
Yeah, they were both terrible. But he does get him. And now, they're still they're fighting it out. They're
duking it out.
Stop giving me the inside view, man. I want to see the outside. They're fighting through here.
They are like, ooh, they're
he almost loses it there. Limp loses it a bit. They're going down the Wellington Straight, going into Brooklands. We've seen a lot of fighting through I think the Sector 2 has been the strongest fights. It's where everybody's been getting close, maybe looking for a fight. Yeah.
Especially heading into Maggots and Beckett's, that's where like seeing fights happen would be cool and awesome, but also very. It's like that risk versus reward kind of thing.
Risk versus reward, yeah, for sure. But we have Landon here. I think this is a good recovery from whatever happened. I have no idea what happened with him and Miller.
Miller basically wanted Landon as well. So.
Oh, I see.
On this specific straight, on this straight too.
Woo! Limp takes it back.
Yeah,
but he's gonna go on the inside here through Vale.
I mean, I like how Limp is being conservative with his ERS because he still has like 40%.
Landon takes it through Club still, and he's still in front of him. Josh just right behind them, maybe looking for one of them to overextend, right? Maybe you can get a position. They're all side by side again. This is going to be really good here for Josh here because they're both fighting through. No, they didn't fight through the whole corners.
No, they didn't.
And we see. Oh wow! Look at that difference in speed there. With Landon low on battery, it's significant. But look at he's still going on the inside.
He's trying to undercut. Let's go.
Yeah, and they're gonna come through. They're gonna go through cops together.
I want to see that. Come on,
they're gonna do it.
Together. Let's go.
Oh no, he lets it through. He's being a smart driver here.
He's being smart.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna go through. He had the better exit too. Still.
He did. Let's go. He's playing some DRS chicken.
Yeah, this is definitely. But I think he's gonna finish it here, right? Like this.
I mean,
it's like a wounded animal right now.
Lap. I mean, he could go, but like I would wait till the next lap because he still has a lot of ERS compared to Landon, who barely has
Stop giving me this view, please, game. Oh, he does good defense there. Through Vale now. Now Club. This isn't the easiest corner to get anybody on, though.
Oh no, it's not. Because in my opinion, that's one of the corners. If you get on the gas too early, you're gonna spin.
Yeah. So I think the Wellington Straight is your best bet because then you could try to lose them through Maggots and Beckett.
Oh no, we had Miller retire.
Okay.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of he's just here to race, have fun with them. But we have Limp here now taking another position on him. Now, are they gonna hold this now? Because Landon has been able to fight this off every time, but does not get it.
I mean, if I was Limp, I would start.
Left
I would,
field.
use my ERS. I mean, what? Okay.
It's probably not to not score points.
Not to score points. I see. That was a good fight, though. That was a good fight. So
that was an amazing fight through there, and the reserve retire. I think he could have had him. Definitely had him with the. But the thing I think really mattered here. Oh,
what?
Oh, wait. That's just Limp. That's just Limp. So it says
okay.
Yeah. I think
Danny?
Danny just. Did Danny actually pass the? Okay, he did pass the line.
He passed the line in reverse.
Oh, wow. What a lead he had. Landon comes into third. Josh comes into fourth. And then the Foppa comes into fifth. John gets into sixth, so not limiting your damage. Sam comes into seventh. Sunbee will get the last point in the sprint.
Yep.
And after watching this sprint, man, I am excited for tomorrow's race for sure. And even this race, we saw the difference, right? When these guys are fighting, we saw the gap that Danny and Lungi were able to create. It was huge. They were able to create a huge.
That's like what, a 7-second lead?
Yeah, I mean, there was even bigger. Danny had 8 on the second position, and then did his, like you said, his reverse drive. Yeah, he wanted to show everybody. Oh
God,
I hit the wrong button.
Oops.
Oh well, I guess that's not what I wanted, but yeah. So it was Danny, Lungi, Landon, Josh, Foppa, John, and Sam Sunbee, with Carlos Renzo just missing out on points, and then Limp and Miller with the DNFs. That was great racing from Landon, Josh, and Limp. I think they were very fair with each other, all of them, all the drivers.
Yeah, very clean driving. I was honestly waiting for one of them to, lock up or go too wide and knocking someone off, and
none of them did.
That was good, clean racing.
And this is what I was talking about. Here comes the rain. It's not the British Grand Prix without a little bit of water.
That is so true. I hope that they had the car set up for the rain. It's like,
I don't think any of these guys had it. I don't think it's as crucial. Like, it's not as bad as some other tracks, right? Like we had in Baku, we had rain.
Wait, rain in Baku? Oh,
yes.
God.
If there's a video you should watch, anybody that's listening, if there's a race you're wondering what you should watch, it's the Champions Division Baku race. It is just the most disgusting race you'll ever watch.
Oh my God. How many?
Yeah. It was crazy.
I'm not gonna ask how many DNF'd, how many crashes. I feel like that's something you should go.
I can tell you a lot of them were doing really well.
Oh.
And then the rain came. And that's all I'll say.
No.
Well, yes, it looks like it is going to dry up near the end of this race. In about 30, I would say 15 to 30, so maybe 20. So really close to the end of this race, we will get what happened there? We had a few drivers touch each other, and now they're going to be starting with cold tires. But so the thing about this is, though, at least it's not as bad, right? Like inters, they don't actually have to be that warm. So like the working conditions of inters is around in the 70s.
70.
I think you'll start in the low 70s, so you'll need to bring it up a little bit to temp in the start. It's not as bad as like when you do it with slicks, right? When the slicks and they disqualify through the formation lap, it hurts really bad. But for here, it's not as crucial.
Yeah, because you'll have a slow get off the lap if you have cold tires and slicks.
Yeah. But yeah, so the rain prediction says in about 15 minutes it'll be around 50% precipitation, which tells us that maybe 20 minutes it'll be dry enough. The one thing that's interesting is that all these drivers are able to still run inters, which is nice. And because of that, it makes a big difference, right? So
it does. If this was
because that means even at 75% precipitation, they're still able to just drive on these ditches, which it does look like it's close to borderline on the on how easy it is, ease of driving.
Oh yeah.
All right.
In all honesty, I would prefer inters over wets any day.
I think everybody does. But here, so the one to watch here is Danny, because Danny is a really fast driver. So if he's able to get free air, just like without anybody fighting him, he's just gonna run away with this race. All right, we got 5 lights.
5 lights, and there they go.
All right. Oh, really bad start for Lungi. An amazing start from Danny. Landon takes second. Foppa takes third. We have Josh holding position, but Lungi losing 4 positions on that start. And Josh actually getting 3 seconds for cutting. I wonder if he's going to be able to remove that or not. He could maybe appeal it if it wasn't his fault. Oh, what is this? Gained a position. So Sam gets a... I wonder if he'll be able to stop that one, but that's actually a stop go, so he'll end up taking it still. Could still try to fight it outside of the race, but... Now it does look like it's settled down a bit, so maybe now, you know, just keep your head down. If you have a penalty right now, just, you know, try to make it up with good pace. There's plenty of race left.
Oh yeah.
We are only on lap 1
laps to go
of 25. Okay, now it looks like Lungi is up to pace. Oh, he is struggling out there right now on these. Oh my God, they're side by side. Okay, they're not anymore. Oh, that was scary. All right, I'm going back up. It looks like Josh is now on the attack on Foppa. And Josh,
Josh
goes on the outside.
A lot of pace compared to Foppa.
Ooh, yeah, he does. A lot of pace here.
He was going through the outside too. Let's go.
He's not even on the racing line, but they're still holding side by side. He's gonna have to concede but then he's gonna have to concede through club. There's no way that Foppa could go through club with him. And Danny goes fastest right now, and we actually have Landon right on the back of him. So this is Landon's home race, so it is a Brit. I think he actually lives fairly close to Silverstone as well, so it's actually his home track.
Okay, I'm gonna place $50 down for Landon.
Yeah, it's not closed, right? It's not closed yet.
Not closed yet.
Oh man. But we have here Landon on the outside. Oh, okay. It looked like that door closed real fast on him. But there's a lot of race left. John on the back of Sam now. But I'm afraid to... Oh, he almost snaps right there. Woo, what a catch. I 100% would not have caught that.
I would have just spun off, hit the wall, and be like, call it a day.
With 100% certainty, I am not catching that snap.
Nope, not me.
Limp right on the back of John. I think he can smell what he ate for breakfast. How close he is right now. And Miller right on the back of Limp. Limp doing a little bit of a he is flying. Some of these guys have insane pace through the outside to do that corner.
Right? And on the rain too?
It's in the rain. They're going through through the outside so fast.
I mean, look.
But Limp does not.
Know what they
does get it.
He does. John almost like lost that too, because there was a bit of his rear end about to snap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw Limp through Stowe. He was drifting it.
I mean, are we back to drift?
Yeah, like legit. He was legitimately just drifting it through Stowe. I mean, how else is he gonna get all that power through his tires? But we should come back up here with Landon. He's right on the back of him again. I wonder if he's gonna be able to try to get him. This is it's hard when it's raining to really get a driver because you don't have that power of the DRS anymore, right?
Of the DRS, yeah. I mean, this is where you could kind of see the driver's skill more than anything.
Yes.
But I would say like, I mean, if I was in Lannon's shoes, I would kind of play it patient. As long as he could like be within 1 second. Oh, okay. I thought that he was about to overshoot that. But as long as he stays within a second of Danny, I think he should be fine. Assuming that the race does eventually get into slicks, then he could play it there when we have
could fight him for the win, right?
Yeah, because I don't think there's no point in gambling so early on in inters. I'll just wait for slicks if there's a chance for slicks, and then that's when I'll put on the move. And he goes for fastest lap.
And
with
Josh goes past Fappa. Or did I miss that whole passing? We also have Renzo going past Fappa. Fappa is going really slow. Oh, he's going very slow. Why are these inside views? Can you give me an outside view? You got the inside view as well?
No, I got the outside view. Because I'm switching between Fappa and Red. Oh, no, that's Renzo. If I switch to like... Limp. If I switch to Limp, it's out. And he just passes Fappa.
And he just passes Fappa. Oof.
I mean, I can't blame Fappa if he's driving slow. It's wet conditions. It's hard to drive in the wets. In my opinion, it's really hard to drive in the wets. Kudos to those like Danny and Lannon who can drive with pace in wets. I can't do it personally, so
I can't either, especially in this game.
I used to love rain weather. Now I don't.
We see here, I think Danny might have had to catch something, but Landon goes past them before they even go on the hair straight. And Josh here now in third, Limp in fourth. Oh wait, Danny is still trying to get, no, he's not fighting back. I think Danny, if he just holds, like you said, just hold behind him. There's plenty of race left. It is going to dry up. We saw how fast Danny was in the dry. So he's not looking to maybe, you just don't want to lose him, right? Like you said.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to lose him. And then I just see Lannon and who's BTA William? I'm sorry.
It's Limp.
Limp. Yeah, I just see Lannon and Limp trading blows on fastest lap at this point.
Yeah. They're flying. Danny's going to be in there too. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a few in as well. And with this little bit of gap that it looks like he's built, let's go back here. It looks like John might be struggling now, and Lungy, who lost a few positions here, looks like he might be coming back. Let's see if he'll be able to do it. Oh, no, he just lost a bunch of time. He was really close. He was under a second.
I'm gonna blame wheel spin on one of the turns because you can't lose that much time.
Not that much without mistiming your throttle, right? And just kind of getting too much wheel spin.
But I see Lannon pulling away. I think Lannon was just getting held up by Danny.
He might have been. So we do know for a fact that Lannon's pace in the wets is insane. And then especially on a track like Silverstone where he's very good here. This is a driver who I wouldn't be surprised if he has the same amount of hours in the wet in Silverstone as he does in the dry.
In the dry, yeah. I mean, because look, he's already 1.5 seconds. He just pulled on a gap. And he with fastest lap.
Fastest lap, 129.969. I will say with how fast we saw Danny in the dry, he might need that gap. He might need as big of his gap as he can get because we don't know how much faster Danny will be and how fast Landon's going to be when they both go on to dries.
Yeah. I mean,
but we would assume Danny's pace is a little bit better, right? But he takes a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, he has a 3-second penalty.
Oh,
and he just got overtaken by John. Oh no!
Josh?
Danny came out slow. Oh, Josh,
sorry.
Oh no!
Josh and Lim both take him. He must have lost it, right? Oh
Because
man.
he was ghosting. He was ghosting when I switched over because I saw him lose a position.
Yeah, he must have been losing it. And just like that, he goes from second to fourth. And that's how tight this battle is up here. And now he's going to be trying to fight back. We know Limp isn't easy.
Oh, yeah. No, Limp's not easy.
He's going to be rough.
Definitely. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of 3-second time penalties.
Oh, yeah. This is a track exceeding, especially with the wets, right? Some of these drivers, they're losing time, but also getting a penalty, which sucks. But
oh yeah, and then like I just see Landon like casually like just driving through the wets.
He's fine for it.
Hey,
goes even faster.
Fastest lap.
1:39.690.
Fastest lap by 3/10.
Oh, Limp responds.
Limp answers.
For 1:39.
I'm just gonna wait till
they put dries on.
They put slicks on. I'm like, that's gonna be a sprint.
It's gonna turn into a sprint close to the end, yeah. And how is it like how much of a gap can you get from the other drivers going into that?
Yeah, going back to what you said about Landon being good in Silverstone, being good in the wets. This is the recipe right now is telling us, at least me, that Landon's gonna win this. Not unless some crazy thing happens. Like
there's a lot of pressure on him, right? It is his home track. He hasn't won in the Champions Series since round 1 of last season, so he's looking to win. Wait, maybe he won that would be another one. But either way, it's your home. It's always a little bit more pressure, right? When it's your home race, you definitely want to do well, or maybe even obviously win. Winning is always going to be. You might be like, oh, I want a podium on all these other tracks, but then when it comes to your home track, you're like, no, I want to win. your expectations should be win, right? So.
But if any of what Alonso says is good, his space is better by an extra 2/10.
He's showing a lot of pace in this wet, and
he does.
But there goes Limp. Limp showing pace in the wet, also very good in the wet. He is our He is
his fastest
Scandinavian driver, so
Oh, and then we have Miller. I was waiting for when Miller would throw in a fastest lap.
And there it goes, 1:38.236. That's over a second faster. A full second. You just full sent it.
Let me have the kid. He was like, I'll have the kids, have their fun. Before I step in on the gas.
Step in and take the fastest lap.
Look, I don't know if anyone else. I don't know if Landon could match that. I don't know if maybe Limp could match that, but I would have to wait and see.
I think Landon and Limp could both match it, but they're fighting a different battle right now, right? Miller is really far back here. He can just drain his battery. It doesn't matter. But for them, they don't want to drain it too much, right? Because you want to be able to defend.
Yeah, but look at Miller. Miller still has 67. And then, compared to Landon and Limp, well, that's a different story. We got another time penalty for Renzo.
Renzo takes another one? Yeah, let's look at that really quick. So the penalty is here. Oh, yeah. We got Danny with 6. I didn't even realize he got a second one. We have Josh with 3. We have Sam still having to take that drive-through, or the thought drive-through, 5-second stop go, so he can get rid of it when he goes into the pits. John has a 3. Lungi has a 3. Renzo has a 3. And Sunby has 6. So the fun fact here is, right, because it is raining, you don't actually have to pit. There is no obligation in you pitting. You can, and these inters are really good. They can go the distance. You can actually go the distance on these tires. It will be it'll be struggling near the end, but you can make it.
You definitely can, but if it does eventually dry at the end, well, I would say Sam might drop down in position because you can't choose to serve the 5 second. You just have it.
Yeah. It's probably better if he serves it then, right? Than taking it at the end.
Yeah, because like at least there you could actually have an actual idea where you are, and you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to pull out a 5 second gap to the car behind me?
Shoot, I missed the limp pass on Josh. Shoot. You passed him though. You passed him really quick. I didn't even see it happen.
Really fast. Now Limp just has to get rid of that 7 second gap that Landon has created.
That's a lot of gap. But luckily you have a lot of laps. You have a lot of laps to do it. That is a lot of laps.
Well, all I want to see right now is how if Limp can actually catch Lamb.
Yes, I would love to see if he could do it. Oh, and Miller takes his first penalty there.
I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised that there's, most of the grid has a penalty because
it's a hard track not to exceed. 100%.
Yeah, like with the high-speed corners, it's hard not to accidentally go over track limits.
And I think you can kind of make up that time by getting close to that every time, right? Like where you extend just perfectly multiple times. So there's, I think, 2 ideas, right? Overextend or get close to the extension or under, and they both end up around the same time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you prefer not to get one altogether, but it's hard to do on a track like this.
Oh, yeah. It would... Ooh, and we just lost Danny. We just lost Danny.
Through cops?
Oh, no, did he? That is rough.
Oh, how is that how did he DNF there? That's crazy. I can't believe he didn't just lose his wing. And it's actually a virtual. So it's a virtual safety car right here. But I don't think it's dry enough to switch. So I don't think most of these drivers are going to go in. They're just going to stay out.
No, I would stay out. The track looks too wet still.
Yeah. I could see maybe Sam going in just to take, he has to go in anyways. You could go in now, get some new tires, maybe make up your pace make up the pit pace. And he is doing that. He's actually responding to it. He's going to do it. I mean, he has that 5, right? But he can serve it, so. Oh, and actually, we have Miller going in with him.
Going in as well. I mean, maybe they're just going to change into another
did you see that?
For better time. Hey, why do you have a drive-through for John?
No, John. He was doing so well. Speeding under the virtual safety car. So when it was ending, he probably ended up with the incorrect time. Oh, and did you see that? Sam actually had wing damage there. So I think this was beneficial twofold for him. Even though they didn't gain as much because the VSC kind of happened when they were coming in. It's still something that he needed to do, and now he has fresh tires and a new wing. He can stretch this all the way. He can actually drive without
all the way to the
without caring about how the tires are. You just wear it out as much as you want.
Oh yeah. I mean, assuming it doesn't dry by like lap 20, then good.
That's the key, right? He could actually stay on these inters all the way up to the point that it crosses over, because some of these drivers are gonna when it starts drying out, the tire degradation goes up. So
oh yeah.
All of these drivers that stayed out, their tires are already pretty worn. And what the?
Wait, what? Did I?
John just was losing he was losing the car and just kind of hit the wall. Yeah, not having a good time right now. Struggling through this middle section of the race, and he actually goes in. So he goes in,
that's rough.
But in about 5 minutes, it's going to be about 33% precipitation, and then 10 minutes it'll be 22.
I would have just stayed out. I don't see any wind damage though.
Yeah, I didn't really see any wing damage either. And you could see the trail lines are getting smaller and smaller now, which tells us that we are getting close. We're getting pretty close. I think there's still a bit of a way. About maybe 10 minutes. I think about 10 minutes.
Around lap. I'd say maybe lap 6. I'd say lap 6.
You mean in
lap 6? 16. Yeah,
16?
in 4 laps, maybe. Maybe in 4 laps.
Okay.
Might be too early, but I could start gambling in around lap 16, lap 17.
Okay.
On softs.
Yeah. Oh. Sunbee having a little bit of trouble there. And Miller actually gets the pass before the straight here.
I thought, like, with how close that was, I thought Miller was about to slam into Sunbee there.
Yeah, I don't think he expected his pace to be that low. And yeah, almost runs into the back of him, right?
Yeah, almost.
We have John here now going on him.
Oh no, we have... Oh, Landon got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh no, that's crucial.
And then we have Limp 3.6 seconds behind.
He's so close to him. We actually see John taking P9 back from Sunbee. And he'll be looking to try to get in front of the 2 Mercedes now. Because he does have to work back through the pack again. But you know, he can do it. There's still plenty of time.
Definitely, because obviously new tires, he should be able to get through this.
And we are expecting the rain to disappear near the end of this race, so I think that'll play a huge part when these drivers gamble into going in, right? I think the sooner they come in, or like whatever timing they do. Oh my gosh, Miller does a 136, so the track is drying out. The track is drying out.
You know what? Everyone go switch to slicks. If Miller can
no, it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ready, man. You're gonna sabotage all these drivers. It's still not ready.
Look, if Miller can do 136 on inters, it's dry enough to go on slicks, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. I think we're getting there though. You can see on the racing line that trail line, that little line they create is getting smaller and smaller. It's getting less pronounced.
I'm barely seeing any. I could barely see any
trail line. Yeah, it's small now. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Some of these drivers are probably actually driving offline a bit to cool down their tires at this point.
Because.
And I think that's the best indicator, right? Like these drivers will know best because they're gonna get the earliest response, which is their tires are going to start turning into melting slicks. Essentially. Yeah, they're going to start getting hot and they'll know. They'll be like, these tires are getting way too warm. And Renzo actually exceeds the track limits again and takes a 3-second penalty. So now let's look at the penalties again. He has a 9. Oh my god. Okay, we are definitely close to it. 134.
Wait,
903.
Oh my god.
Bruh, Miller is out there on these new inters and just flying it. So I don't think we're there yet. We're getting there though.
Not yet.
We're very close. We're very close to
very
it.
Close.
He is putting in laps.
I think Miller's listening to us and he's like, okay, hold my beer.
He actually goes faster through sector 1 again, and he does have a tow here through. This is actually going to slow him down more than it actually helping him, right?
I mean, if I was Carlos, I'd be like, bro, I see that fastest lap, go right ahead.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going slower now. Whoa!
Ooh, that was too close for my liking. That was close. Too close for my liking.
That's net code could have caused the next accident there.
Yeah. Oh.
But he does go through. Maybe it looked worse for us than it did for them, but he definitely goes much slower through that and isn't going to be doing a faster lap. But another thing we want to keep an eye on is Lim has dropped that gap down to 1.2.
But
And
Limp
I
also
would
gets
guess
a 3-second penalty.
So I'm gonna guess your 16 laps is correct. I think DRS is gonna get disabled around lap 18, but I think you can go on to him on lap 16. I think you're right.
Lap 16.
I think lap 16. Like, look at these. Like, there's no trail lines anymore, really. Like this track is ready. This track is ready for new tires. And we have Carlos. Carlos is the first one. And we actually see Limp here now on the back of Landon. Are either of these drivers going to come in here?
I mean, it's a mix. It's a mix.
Here it comes.
Oh, Landon goes in.
Oh, okay. They do the opposite of the driver. Do the opposite of the other driver here. So Limp stays out. Landon goes in. And with this response, do you think the other drivers? It looks like Josh is coming in. So Josh is responding. I mean, you can look at the ground and it looks like you can go onto slicks.
As long as you stay on the racing line, for sure. But
in our first, John spins it. John's having a hard time right now. But Carlos is going to be the guy we want to look at here. And it looks like it's got grip. It's definitely got grip. Oh, yeah. And like the rest of the field is responding to this.
Is responding.
Every driver has come in so far. Yep, Lungy's in. Miller's gonna come in. There's no doubt Miller's coming in.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Carlos. Carlos is setting what?
Oh wait, he didn't come in because he's doing a fastest lap of 133.868, and this tells us it is ready.
Oh,
it is ready for some new tires here.
It is,
and Limp might be in a bad spot here.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Oh, and John is actually out of this session. That is unfortunate.
No.
But you know what that means though? Carlos now has chance for points. He was out of the points this whole race, and then now he's in the points. Yeah. So
I'm
we
not
only
sure
have
how
Limp
long
and
the
Miller.
pit stop was. It was a 26-second pit stop. And
it's around 26. It's about you lose about I think it's 20 seconds or so. Or not 20, it's more than 20. It's like 25, 26 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, because he had the 26-second time difference.
Yeah, because the pits are like 37.5s. Like they're long, but because you cut so much of the track, it shortens it. But because it's such a long pit, it's still really long. So it's about, I think, a 26-second pit. All right, so we have Landon here coming
at 60.
So we have Landon here coming across the line, goes fastest with a 133. Oh wait, he doesn't go fastest. Sorry, he just does faster lap. But he is coming across where Limp is, and look at this.
That's a 2.5
huge undercut. But we knew that was gonna happen once we saw Landon go in, and we could kind of see with Carlos, it had grip. This track dried out really fast, and I think it's because it's partially it's like a classic racetrack, right? And I feel like they drain much faster than some of these other tracks. It's also a very high speed track, right? So that means they're going to be wicking water off the main straights a lot quicker. And the last thing is the track temperature is actually pretty high. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. And right there, we see it. Carlos goes fastest with the 132.6, which just tells us how much faster these tires are. Oh, and Sam takes another penalty here.
That's rough. That is rough. But I feel like I'm just glad Landon actually took the gamble there.
Because, I mean, there's nothing to lose. You still come out in front of him regardless, unless it wasn't actually dry enough. But you could see that it was though, and I could tell their tires were probably burning for them, so they could kind of know that it was. And it was a 130.090, which is the fastest lap. And did it say that DRS was enabled, or is it still disabled?
No, I haven't seen any message of DRS whatsoever.
I thought it would have been enabled by now. It's like very dry.
I feel like it's not completely dry enough for DRS, but it's dry enough to still do decent laps with slicks.
Oh, it's because there's still actually technically a little bit of raindrops. Or maybe that was just... maybe I saw it. Maybe I'm seeing things. I thought I saw a few raindrops. But it does look pretty dry. Yeah.
It does.
Oh, Miller takes another penalty. Racks up 6 now. But he actually went on to softs.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember if that can make it this distance. When did he go on it? How many laps?
I'd say 16.
Just 1 lap? Oh, they could do it. They could do it. He could do it.
We're fine.
Yeah. Just 2 laps.
I feel like maybe the track is not that hot yet to degrade softs that fast.
Yeah. So Fappa here, right, is in a really good spot. And sorry that I jinxed you. But if he could just avoid penalties near the end of this race, he might be able to make something here. Make up few positions. And we have Limp going fastest with the 128.939. And we'll keep seeing this, I think. I think we'll keep seeing this through the rest of this race. We have
Renzo. Ooh, that's 15 seconds now. I mean,
we have Renzo here right on the back of Fappa. Yeah, does Fappa just let him through? Like, is the smart thing to do just let him through? And
I would, because he has a 15-second penalty. I just need to stay within 15 seconds of him.
That's easy to do, especially on a track like this. Well, and Miller responds with a 128.562, fastest lap.
Damn.
He is on softs, so I think it'll be a little bit easier for him to do this. Man, look at how dirty these cars are now. Now that it's stopped raining.
all the mud coming from the
mud,
from the edge
man.
of the tracks.
Yeah.
Oh god. And Limp is catching up to Landon for sure, because that's he cut it down by 1.5 seconds because we had the 3-second gap.
Yeah, Limp takes Lungy. I mean, Miller takes Lungy. And yeah, I think Renzo is the one we want to follow until we see another Delta go down lower. Because it does look like...
I feel like this is going to be our first sign. If we, missed the DRS enabled. Oh no, DRS is enabled.
It is.
Renzo
so we must have missed the sign.
We must have missed it. I just switched over to Fappa and I see like Renzo behind him with like the DRS on.
Yeah, and he goes right past through Stowe. Stowe has been such a strong one. Stowe Vale Club. I didn't realize how much fighting would be happening through those, but there's been a lot of fighting through them. Now Fappa's main goal is just to stay on the back of him. If you stay on the back of him, he has 15 seconds. Even if he loses them near the end of this race, you just want to be with him as long as possible, because then it makes it less. You don't have to push as hard if you lose them eventually.
That is true. I'm gonna go check out Landon because
Landon and Limp, man, this is difference. And we saw what they did through the sprint, and it was fun to watch. One of the, it was very entertaining. They fought hard, fair. And it was extremely entertaining. And I hope they do it again.
Good clean driving.
Yeah, good clean driving. And respectful. They kept giving each other the space that the other driver needed, right? And that's the key.
That's the key, because like, I feel like, especially driving leads, it's always, I feel like it's better to have space for the other driver.
Yeah.
Just out of respect, and I feel like that will lead to less driver. Sometimes it can't be helped, but I feel like that would be...
Limp. You almost lost it there.
That was scary. Maybe he got a little bit too early on the gas on that one.
Yeah. But he is right on the back of him here. I will try to keep an eye on the other Deltas, but this is the one we want to watch with Miller going fastest, 128.5.
128.5. I mean, this is the only gap I see that's within a second.
Yeah. They're actually catching a lapper here.
Who's that? Sunby.
Sunby here. So Sunby will be ending this race a lap down.
A lap down. to me, when I raced with these two in season 1,
It's
I
rough.
was, I just once I saw them in my back mirror, I'm like, I'm getting off the racing line. Go ahead.
Just get in front of me. I don't want to be in this. Yeah.
I don't want to ruin. I don't want to accidentally ruin your race. You know, you just go.
Yeah. Just go. Please go as far in front of me as possible.
As possible. I don't want to. Especially like you see Lannon and Limp within a second. I'm like, yeah, go right ahead. Go fight each other. I'll be behind you guys with some popcorn.
So we've seen Limp here. He's followed Landon very close.
Ooh, that's
and
so close.
He's still very close.
I mean,
he is blinking.
He's using a lot of his ERS.
Yeah, he actually wants to get him through here, through Brooklyn's.
I mean,
but we've seen
at this point. I feel like it's hard.
We've seen how strong Landon has been through Luffield, dude. He's been very fast through there. I think he's had really good exits, and then cops.
He's having a good exit into.
Yeah, he's had it every time, and it's helped him stay in front.
Yeah, but like I feel like the ERS difference is what I'm worried about, what I'm also thinking is maybe Limp has a faster pace than Landon, because once Limp gets out front, Landon's got he'll be gone.
Oh my gosh. Maybe. I would love to see this Landon fight back here though.
That would be. Why give us the nose camera, please? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate when they do that. It should just cancel those camera views when there's two cars under a second, man.
Right?
I don't need that cinematic camera, man. I want to actually see it. I just want to see it actually happening.
I want to see the bells.
Oh, and this is what we saw last time, right? Last time Limp got in front of Landon in the dry. Landon wasn't able to stay on the back of him, right? So we'll see if we'll be able to do it this time.
I feel like the only advantage Limp has is the fact that he has 1 lap newer tires. How much that makes a difference, I have no clue, but I feel like
I don't know either.
Give him an extra, hundredth of pace. If any.
Definitely.
Because I also could see here, you saw, earlier when Landon was in front, Limp was what, a 10th behind him? Now it's now that he's in front,
he's struggling to stay behind him, yeah. But the thing is is he waiting to do something, or is it actually troublesome? Is he actually having trouble keeping up? That's the thing.
I would say he is having trouble keeping up, because the gap is getting bigger and bigger, or it's constantly staying at 6/10, and 6/10 is enough to keep someone at bay that has the odds.
Oh yeah, 100%. You want to be in the 3/10, maybe even 2/10. If you're in that range, then you definitely have a chance to pass. But right now, he doesn't have a chance to pass. The DRS zone is just bringing him closer in, right? That's it. And then it keeps extending back out. He keeps getting it down to about 5/10, and then it goes back up to 6, and then it goes back down to maybe 4. But this is where he's really been good through. Landon's been really good through Sector 2. Has come out of Luffield really well.
I feel like he just needs to, kind of keep it within where the gap is now, where it's 3 to 4 tenths. Because once we get to the second DRS straight, he could just, outbrake him by the corner.
Yeah, we can see here he's actually pretty close.
Oh no, Limp got some DRS from the
Limp got DRS from a lapper. Oh no.
That shouldn't be allowed. I'm sorry. Totally not having favorites here, but come on, man. That
is frustrating, for sure. That is a frustrating thing to happen.
And look at this. The back marker isn't moving. Like, isn't moving on the racing
and there
line.
it is. He exceeded from that too. Oh man.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. In my opinion, there goes his chances for first.
Yeah, he really needs Limp. Limp needs to get a penalty now. That's the only way that he has a chance. He has to battle him into getting a penalty. The problem is because of that lap car, he kind of got pushed further back, and he's actually in the furthest interval that he's been this whole time, this whole race from Limp.
I mean, like, that's just frustrating having a lap car.
And we just had. Oh, we have huge net coding going on.
Why is the gap at 2 point? Hello?
That was net coding. I don't know. The thing that doesn't make sense is he is the host, so I don't know why he's being affected so much from it.
Oh no, and he crashed. Oh wait, is that intentional?
I think so. He might have done it intentionally.
Oof, that's rough. Also, I kind of feel bad for Lannon because. Wait, what happened?
Because of that weird delay, right? Like that he had. So.
Yeah.
But we have it here. Lannon now on his last lap, and look at the gap that him and Limp created. 28 seconds.
Jeez.
That's giant. A giant gap. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel bad for Lannon because I was watching his onboards during that time. I was switching between him and Limp.
And Lannon. Oh yeah, him and Limp.
Yeah, Limp and Lannon. I've been switching on their onboards. I just see Lannon being held up by the floor. That to me is like the most frustrating thing ever.
Yeah, and then like the net lag thing, that was weird.
Yeah, I was like net lag, and then you see like 2-second gap up here. I'm like, what? That makes sense.
Yeah, it's way too big. Yeah.
Oh jeez, EA fix your servers. Here. I mean, what?
Exactly. We are here with Lannon. He's gonna come across the line. Does get the victory here. Yep. It was I did enjoy the rain into dries. It's always fun to see when you can come in and how quickly you can come in.
And if that going in early would be better or going in later would be better. It's like that's.
But we have the home driver winning here for the British Grand Prix. It is Lannon himself. Lannon. Congratulations. We actually have Josh coming in to the end of this lap.
And then we
will get third or second. Papa comes in. Just has to get through the last two corners, through Vale, through Club. We'll take home P3 and a huge P4 for the Haas team, and will extend their constructor lead even bigger with P4. We have Carlos here now coming through the end. Had a struggle all through the race. Chose to go on to those mediums pretty early on, and I think because of it gets P5. And that will be it. What a race. And I was so excited with the race, I forgot to do this driver of the day poll. Let me do that really quick.
Oh, but the race was definitely fun. Seeing the fight between Limp, Lannon.
And Lannon. Josh in the sprint.
Definitely the sprint. Oh my god. I'm just glad like mostly everyone finished outside of Danny who crashed it, but
yeah,
I would have wanted to see Danny finish the race to see where he would end up in. Maybe we'd have a fight for the 1, 2, or 3, between
Yes,
Landon,
for
Limp,
sure.
and Danny.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see, because I think Danny would have been up there with the other two, right? Like definitely, he had the pace in the race. All right, I do have the driver of the day pull up now. I know it is a bit late, but better late than never, they say. And it's actually raining out there again.
They're like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make like the ending part of the race interesting. We'll stop the rain and then we'll play it after the race.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the race had so many incidences.
I mean, like, I expect there to be a lot of most of those are what, track limits.
I think so. A lot of track limit exceeding. Yeah.
I don't blame the drivers. It's hard to drive in the wet in Silverstone of all tracks. So I don't blame them for having they're having a lot of track limits.
I couldn't get
It's only
through. I
FOPA
couldn't
that
get
didn't.
through all of it.
Yeah, no, it's for me. It's like only FOPA that is the one that didn't get any penalty whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think by doing that, it helped them a lot.
Because
It's impressive. I will say that. That's for sure. It is very impressive that he was able to get a penalty. That's some good driving.
definitely good driving right there. I like kudos to FOPA for no penalties in the wets in Silverstone. That's Jesus.
That's amazing. That's definitely amazing that he was able to avoid any penalties through that entire race. We saw how much. Like, there were some drivers who had a lot of penalties, and there's others that had a few. But he was able to keep himself out of the penalties, and that was really nice. And that would be a good honorable mention. If not, if he wins. The driver of the day poll is up right now. Please vote. Yes, so I am here with Pangil. I think that was a really good race. I think if we had a little bit more drivers, it could have been more exciting, because I think Silverstone is one of those tracks where it is just very good. It's like very easy to race on. It's one of those, there isn't like a bunch of spots where you can easily pass, but because of how the track is designed, it's not hard to follow through most of the corners. You could usually keep up. Yeah, if your pace is close enough to the other driver, you can keep up with them. And it creates that nice little fighting, right?
Yeah, especially if you get like your throttle right in Magus and Beckett's, and then with the help of the two DRS straights.
Yeah,
it's just a really good place to race.
Yeah, and we saw how good it's off of what is it called, Luffield. We saw how good Landon came out. Like, he was coming out of that corner very fast, which gave him a really good. He had so much pace going up to Cops, and because of that, he was able to continually stay in front of him. And then, like, eventually, he got passed through the hangar straight. We saw it was going to come. It was inevitable. Limp's pace was just a little bit quicker, I think, in the dry, but I think Landon's wet pace was impressive, and I think his car was slightly tuned for that, just a little. I think there was a little bit, just a smidge, and I think that's why when we got close to the end of the race, it really showed, right? I don't think it
showed the difference.
Yeah, I don't think it was because he was just slower in pace. I think it was just the tunes were just a little. Their setups really had that little extra edge.
He might have had higher wing. Like, I would say
just slightly.
maybe like 4 or 5 clicks higher of wings.
Or just maybe just one on the back. Like, just putting, I think the back wing difference would play a huge role. Just even one tick on a track like this.
Probably.
So they could have had. So because of how quick he was coming through Luffield, I would say Landon definitely probably had a few ticks on the front more, and maybe one tick on the back. And I think that might have been that difference that they both had, because he was coming through like sector 2. He was really good through there, but then the others, he was just, you could see that Limp had the pace to keep up with them, and he would just follow him through the whole thing.
Through the whole thing.
Yeah. But let's end this poll now. And let's see who won this poll.
We have Landon with.
We have Landon winning it. Not a surprise. It is his home track too. So, and I think he drove really well. He drove really well in the rain and in the dry. I think he chose the right strategy when he pit. I think most of the guys noticed it. They all pit like right on time. They're like, "Oh yeah, I gotta pit now." And it would have been nice to see a few more drivers here, but I think the rain helped us with the entertainment, keeping it still entertaining with the amount of drivers.
Honestly, if I knew that Silverstone was the next race, I'd be like, "Hey, can I do a one-off?" That's how much I love Silverstone as a track.
It's a fun one. I like it too. I'm all for classic tracks. Yeah, we did Spa not too long ago. That was so enjoyable.
I enjoy Spa. I just don't like it when it rains.
So the next track that we'll be running on is actually Portimao. What do you think about the Portugal Grand Prix?
Oh, you guys have Portimao coming up.
Yes, we do.
Will say Portimao was fun with all of the elevation changes.
Yeah.
But that also kind of leads you to, if you get on the throttle too early, you're just going to lose it.
Yeah, you lose it real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the tough things I had to learn in Portimao.
Yeah, for the Legends division, it'll be on April 14th. Same time, same place. I think will be it. We do have the Champions Division race tomorrow, where we have the battle between Limp and Miller. And
I see this.
Their constructors are also still fighting. So that's another little constructor battle. And yeah, so I was your host, Stinky One. I was here with Pangil. And I'll see you guys all next time. Thank you.
See you guys.